When I announced the reoperationalization of the Road Traffic Act's Demerit Point regime, I made it very clear that the government's objective was to fully implement the law as Parliament intended. At the same time, we recognized that implementation had to be practical, fair and orderly, given the significant backlog of outstanding traffic matters that accumulated while the administrative regime was not operational. Our consultations with the Chief Justice and the Judiciary have reinforced that the successful implementation of the Demerit Point regime is intrinsically linked to resolving this backlog. And for those of you who don't remember, it's in excess of 1.1 million tickets. Several operational realities have been identified. The significant volume of unresolved traffic cases, the availability of judicial and administrative resources, the limited physical capacity of courts.
Police now take it as a drive to give you a ticket, give the whole ticket book, saying, "Cause it hurt you, it upset you." So him just print out the ticket to hurt you. Saying, "Cause even if you get a lawyer and go to court, the police still a laugh after you. Cause still a better pocket bun you." Saying, "Me no lose the lawyer." You get me I say? Saying, I have to know say, a two-way you win bumbuckler court case in a court. You win. You have to be a pathological liar. Saying you have to be a compulsive liar. That's how you win court case in a court. You can't go to court and go talk truth. Never you go to court and tell the blood clot truth. You get me I say? Saying, right? So when you want to know.
Now guys, we have all seen this video that was circulating on social media. This young lady who seemed to have been pulled over by the police in the Spur Tree area. And she was ticketed. Not entirely sure what the ticket was for. I believe it was something to do with her cell phone on a hold on the windscreen. Something of that sort. Now, I'm not here to debate whether the ticket was warranted, whether she was right or wrong, whether the police was right or wrong, whether the law is valid. But when I watched the video, I saw something that was of particular concern to me. This young lady was in anguish. I mean, when you saw her crying, sobbing at first, and then she moved into a deep bawling, and it moved me, because one of the things is that, you know, when our lawmakers make these laws, when they make decisions that affect the nation, these laws and decisions should really be of benefit to all. It shouldn't be a situation where a law is brought in just to bring in revenue, okay? Because we're not entirely sure that the revenue that is collected is going back into the country. We see the state of the roads, we see the condition of the nurses and the teachers and you know, the general government workers' pay, right? We're far more convinced that the money is going into buying new X5s and Prados than anything else. Now, when I saw this young lady, you know, I watched the video, I was deeply worried for her, because I was literally expecting her to harm herself right there on the screen, or maybe harm someone else. No, when our lawmakers are making decisions, they have to be mindful that people are under severe strain enough as it is, and their decisions matter. Their decisions affect us. Now, is the life of this young lady or someone else, any Jamaican whatsoever, worth the cost of an X5 or a Prado? We need to think about these things, people. This young lady, my heart went out to her. It's only $10,000 for most of us. Not a big issue. But for her, it's almost the world. Okay? This is what all politicians need to think about whenever they make decisions. What you do matters. Okay? Think about that.
Backlog cannot simply be redistributed to courts elsewhere in the island. That said, the government remains fully respectful of the constitutional independence of the judiciary. While consideration was given to members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force providing administrative support, the judiciary advised that any such support would remain under the management and direction of the courts, thereby preserving judicial independence. So that was really to get more personnel to assist in getting the backlog dealt with, which, as I've said, is not practical because it's in the hands of the judiciary and it's only court administrative staff that can handle the administrative aspect. So accordingly, our approach will be twofold. Operationally, we'll continue working with the judiciary to explore additional judicial resources, increase administrative support, expanded traffic court capacity, extended court sitting where practical. Simultaneously, consideration is being given to carefully crafted transitional legislative amendments that would provide a fair, transparent, and lawful framework for addressing qualifying legacy matters while preserving the integrity of the Road Traffic Act. These proposals will only proceed following broad stakeholder consultation with full respect for the constitutional role of the judiciary. Our objective remains unchanged. That is, to establish an effective, modern, and sustainable road traffic enforcement system that enhances.
I want to hear what this young lady has to say, because you see this driver's license thing where Darrell Valls and the government are coming in with. Him only are coming with this thing here because the Florida, the California businessman where them give Uber license in Jamaica, I pressure them. Because this California Uber company in Jamaica want to take the local market and then promise him the local market, which our taxi brethren, we know in our community, the government grant this Uber company to come operate business on the local market, seeing to compete with the everyday taxi. But them want them to take it over, you know. But Darrell Vaz are using brain. So them and the government come up with this strategy to take on a license. Because them are going to take on a license. Because this Uber system, remember me telling about this for a long time, you know. The government of Jamaica don't want nobody in Jamaica run on taxi for themselves. They have to go sign up to the Uber system and run through the Uber system. So this driver's license things, if you take one a taxi for the Uber system, flood the place. Anyway, I'm going to play one video for you. I'm going to keep on playing the video because so much things not for highlight. Alright, listen this.
Rideshare service Uber began operating in Jamaica on Tuesday. The app features innovations such as mask verification technology, which uses in-app selfies to confirm masks are being worn. Persons in Kingston booked rides in and around the capital city, St. Andrew and St. Catherine on Tuesday, sharing their experiences and costs of rides on social media. In a release, the United States-based company said its arrival in the Jamaican market is to, quote, play a role in Jamaica's post-COVID economic reactivation, end quote. Uber says its mission in the island is to create opportunities through accessible mobility, acting as an ally to the city. Speaking Tuesday with the Jamaica Gleaner, the Transport Authority said it had not been approached by the rideshare service for any approvals, but disclosed that it has asked the rideshare company to explain its operational structure. Via its website, Uber offered persons the opportunity to sign up as drivers for the company. The company said interested drivers must be 21 years of age or older, have a 2010 or newer model year vehicle, and present a valid driver's license, vehicle registration, and insurance. Some social media users noted that the company listed a police record as an optional input. The Uber app will be available in Jamaica through a vehicle with driver lease agreement. The company indicated that all leases are covered by Guardian Insurance, covering both users, lesser partners, and third parties in the event of an accident. Uber Technologies Incorporated is a peer-to-peer ride-sharing taxicab, food delivery, and transportation network company headquartered in San Francisco, California, with operations in over 700 cities worldwide. Uber Jamaica says it operates using a hybrid structure of a private club membership and vehicle lease agreement with the driver.
US-based transportation platform Uber started operations in Jamaica today. Now, the company earlier this year stated its plans to expand into the local market. Javon Keys reports.
The company plan to expand into the local market. How the Uber company can get to expand in the local market? By Darrell Vaza and Jonas come up with this driver's license thing. Because them already set the police on the taxi man. Remember me tell the taxi man them, you know. So you should never carry no labor right go vote for Andrew Wallace because you're not going to lose, you're not going to put yourself out of a job. This driver's license things is to make the Uber, this California-based company, to take over the local market. On the other hand, the police them depend on a manhunt to take one a driver's license. But you see, the government want licking at them face. Darrell Vaz or anybody who make this law, we don't want somebody to jump up in on a head. We don't want somebody to put on a big boot and just jump up in on a head